Feminists are begging now. Blame Chad. Hey gentlemen, welcome back to Alpha Legacy. Men were doomed the moment divorce became lawful without regard to fault. There will be a rise in the number of women filing for divorce because you no longer need a good reason to leave your husband. Apart from that, feminists have started to oppose traditional marriages. Traditionally, the mother would take care of the kids at home, while the father was mainly responsible for producing money. Today's single women must care for their kids while working. Single mothers complain that today's culture makes it so that couples cannot get married unless they have accumulated enough money for an extravagant ceremony. They also assert that males are just interested in engaging in sensual activities and are afraid of commitment after marriage. Women never accuse themselves of giving their bodies to another man very quickly. These women seek to establish a system that discourages the short-termism of male sensual activity, safeguards the mother's financial interests, and fosters a secure atmosphere for raising children. With this demand, single mothers were previously more interested in having an intimate relationship with a man they knew wasn't ready to start a family. In the current period, women enjoy the most significant level of protection. She has birth control and can make love with any man she chooses. If she becomes pregnant, the law provides for her, and the child's father does too, by contributing to child support. She may choose an abortion if she does not want the child. Even if she gets divorced, they will still receive alimony and child support due to the dire circumstances. Even though they have financial problems, there are still women's shelters. Ladies have no repercussions for their behavior, as you can see, gentlemen. The likelihood of divorce between parents who have never been wed is almost twice that of married parents. When this happens, kids choose between living with one of the step-parents or growing up in a family with only one parent. Women's freedom from the restrictions of traditional marriage was the main goal of the 1960s and 1970s feminist movements. It seems that the feminists want it back since it does not benefit them. Since you can only get divorced if you get married, there has been a tiny drop in divorce rates. However, this is not due to a genuine increase in marital longevity. Divorce shouldn't loom over a man's head, ready to strike at any moment. Why would a man risk his own life to save the life of his ex-wife? A single mother's children are far worse than a married couple who has children. Children without biological fathers at home perform worse than other children, despite the frequently heroic efforts of single mothers. The chance of both genders developing emotional and behavioral issues is higher for kids in single-parent households. Kids in single-parent households also have higher rates of teen pregnancy in girls and incarceration in boys. The practically impossible task of doing everything alone for single mothers, care, fostering, socializing, and establishing discipline are all aspects of being a parent. Many single parents have concluded that their adult children will make them seem bad in their older years. The government wants to promote increased family size because of the low fertility rates. The best way to raise your children requires the assistance of both parents, so the children get both feminine and masculine energy in them. When you can have a relationship, why take such a significant risk with marriage? Women are reluctant to take accountability for their conduct. Feminists have no sympathy for fathers who fail to make child support payments and have to bear loans. Traditional marriages are wise because they demonstrate how to coexist as a couple and defend one another. Feminists turn marriage into a curse for men rather than honoring them with it and giving them the benefits and responsibilities that go along with it. Men cannot be expected to value their marriage vows if you take away the reasons they choose to get married. There will never be a feminist who advocates abolishing family courts and giving fathers sole custody of their children. If the mother violates her vows, she should suffer the consequences instead of the husband. Today's feminists oppose holding women accountable for their deeds. When something goes wrong, women blame others immediately and frequently refuse to accept responsibility for their actions. If there is any prospect of our society recovering, the wisest action to adopt would be to give women back their responsibility. The woman is praised when the relationship is going well, not the male. A man's attitude and financial situation are raised when the relationship suffers. Men avoid accepting ownership of their acts because of this. They don't want to participate in this unfair circumstance. Feminists mistakenly think males aren't getting married because they only desire diversity for bedroom pleasure. Feminists want men to return now that they are beginning to act in their best interests. This demonstrates the growing success of the MGTOW movement. When men start to go their way, they work on their physique, prioritize their wealth, and adopt masculine characteristics. If this movement were to develop at the current rate, numerous men would be protected from feminists who would divorce them after marriage and grab half of their fortune. That is all for today, gentlemen. If you want to see similar videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Press the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos.